Assalamu alaikum, this is Nabila Sigdathoma welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Bangladesh Railway starts selling advance train tickets for third day ahead of upcoming Eid al-Adha. Interim government facing obstacles in terms of justice and reform despite announcing probable date for elections, says Forest and Environment Advisor Sada Rizwan Hassan. Major imbalance prevail in annual development program statistics during past fascist regime as their main goal to approve many nominal projects. More than 50 rivers in Bangladesh either die or lose their functionality over the past 50 years due to the construction of the Farakka barrage in India, opine experts. More than 50 Palestinians killed or remain missing after Israel airstrike on residential building in northern Gaza. And England declared first inning on 565 for 6 on day 2 of one-off test against Zimbabwe at Nottingham Test. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Ahead of the upcoming Eid al-Adha, Bangladesh Railways started selling advance train tickets for homebound travelers. Today marks the third day of advance ticket sales. Tickets issued today are for June 2nd. For convenience of the passengers, 100% of the train tickets are being sold online. Railway authorities said advance train ticket sales will continue until May 27th. Meanwhile, advance ticket sales for long-distance buses from Dhaka began on May 16th in preparation for Eid al-Adha. In addition to bus terminal counters, advance e-tickets are also available online. Officials said the advance ticket sales will continue from May 29 until the day before Eid. The Transport Owners Association assured that no extra fares will be charged and that the ticket prices will follow fixed rates fixed by BRTA. The Forest and Environment Advisor Sada Rizwan Hassan said although the interim government announced a probable date for election, it is facing obstacles in terms of justice and reform. She said this while speaking in an event organized at the Senate building of Dhaka University today, mentioning the interim government has not come just for elections. The advisor said the chief advisor has stated the elections are supposed to be held between December 2025 and June 2026. The Environment Advisor said an agreement has been made with the World Bank and ADB to free 4 rivers in Dhaka from encroachment and pollution. The Pro-Vice Chancellor of Dhaka University, Professor Mamun Ahmed, presided over, while Chairperson of Department of Zoology, Professor Shafali Begum, and Acting Dean of Department of Biochemistry and Microbiology, Professor Dr. Muhammad Anamul Haq, among others, addressed the occasion. During the past fascist regime, there were major imbalance in the Annual Development Program ADP statistics. The main goal was to approve many nominal projects under ADB program. In the current fiscal year, ADP included a total of 1,353 development projects with an allocation of around 2,78,300 crore taka. However, the interim government has cancelled many nominal projects. In the first 10 months of the current fiscal year, only 41.31% of the ADP allocation was spent, which is the lowest in comparison to the same period over the past 5 fiscal years. The local government division spent the most form of its allocation, while the Health, Education and Family Welfare Division had lowest ADP implementation. Only 2 months remain for the implementation of the ADP in the current fiscal year. The revised budget for this year targets spending 2,26,164 crore taka in the development sector. Analysts said the slow pace of ADP implementation must be addressed. Project must be carefully scrutinized before approval, and repeated expenditures on the same project must be avoided. After the construction of the deadly Farakka barrage in India, more than 50 rivers in Bangladesh have either died or lost their functionality over the past 50 years. Some have turned rivers into canals or drains. The Podda River has the most severely affected due to the Farakka barrage. It has had a devastating impact not just on the main channel of Podda but also on all its tributaries. Farakka barrage turned into a curse for Podda River. During the dry season, India has been diverting water from the Ganges to Farakka to its other regions, causing massive sandbars to emerge in the Podda River over the past 5 decades, drying up several rivers originating from Podda in Bangladesh. On the other hand, during monsoon season, when all gates of Farakka are open, large-scale flooding and erosion have become an annual occurrence across the Ganges-Podda basin. Every year, countless Bangladeshis suffer human and economic losses due to these disasters. Environmentalists said the people of Bangladesh are at serious risk from climate change due to the death of the rivers. Experts said this is the time we took this issue seriously and took urgent steps to protect the river of the country. Now, international news. More than 50 Palestinians were killed or remain missing after an Israeli airstrike on a residential building in northern Gaza. Gaza's health ministry said 29 children and elderly people who died in the recent days in Gaza have been registered as starvation-related deaths, and 1,000 more are at risk of starving. Meanwhile, Israel has bombed towns in southern and eastern Lebanon, killing at least one person in what has been described as some of the heaviest attacks since a ceasefire with Hezbollah was reached in November. Gaza's health ministry said Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 53,762 Palestinians and wounded 122,197. The government media office updated the death toll to more than 61,700. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Sir Keir Starmer and other leaders have effectively said they want Hamas to remain in power. He also accused the British, French and Canadian leaders of siding with mass murderers, rapists, baby killers and kidnappers. Addressing Thursday's attack on Israeli embassy staff in Washington, D.C. in a video posted on social media platform X, Netanyahu said Sir Keir, Emmanuel Macron and Mark Carney wanted Israel to stand down and accept that Hamas's army of mass murderers will survive. Downing Street declining to comment directly on Netanyahu's remarks but pointed to Sir Keir's previous condemnation of the Washington attack on X. In that post, Sir Keir called anti-Semitism an evil they must stamp out. On Monday, the UK, France and Canada condemned the expanded Israeli military operation and denial of humanitarian aid to civilians in Gaza and threatened concrete action if they did not stop. Netanyahu said Hamas wants to destroy Israel and annihilate the Jewish people. 5 people died, recorded flooding in northern New South Wales of Australia, with 50,000 people cut off, thousands of homes and businesses without power and cattle herds wiped out. Police confirmed the 5th fatality Friday evening after they recovered a body believed to be a man in his 80s, from a property in north of state that had been cut off by flooding and landslides. 3 motorists, 2 men and a woman drowned in their vehicles after being caught in floodwaters. A 4th man was found dead on the porch of his home northwest of the town of Tare. Authorities issued fresh heavy rain warnings as the weather system headed south, bearing down on Sydney and Newcastle, with at least 164 state emergency services warning in place along with the New South Wales coast. Back to national news. BNP chairperson advisor Zainul Abidin Faruqi said fascist Sheikh Hasina had plotted to kill democracy and remained in power forever, and democracy must be liberated by announcing the election scheduled as soon as possible. He said this while speaking as a chief guest at a protest rally in front of the National Press Club in the capital today. BNP's Vice President M.A. Azad Choyon presided over, while Joint Secretary General Advocate Abdus Salam Azad and leaders from various levels of the organization addressed the occasion. The speaker said the people of the country are looking forward to exercising their democratic voting rights, and they will not accept any kind of conspiracy against it. A meeting of the central leaders of National Citizen Party (NCP) with Upajala organizers was held in Chattogram with a view to expanding the organizational activities of the organization in the northern district and from Upajala and Thana units. Mohammad Ikramul Haq and Farhadul Alam Shobuj moderated the program held at a restaurant in the city's Oxygen Circle, while NCP Joint Chief Organizer and Regional Supervisor Jairul Hassan Arif, Joint Chief Organizer Imon Said and others concerned once addressing the meeting. The speaker said the NCP will lead the future Bangladesh. The speaker called for creating honest and competent leadership reflecting the hopes and the aspirations of the people by forming a strong party.